everybody. I finished this book in one day, Necrosis by Rain Hava. The words, the spacing, everything was very, very nice. I just used a magnifier with this book. It was very short, like 130 something pages. So, my review, I don't know. It's like, this is the stage of really bad horror books. It's kind of like a mystery. It's not even scary. It's not even horror. I wasn't scared at all. I was just kind of disgusted with the misogynistic tones of this book. I'm not sure if the author is a male or female, but it's about a female woman that's drop dead gorgeous, of course, that runs a strip club. And the myth of the strip club they do is totally wrong. How do I know? I have friends that worked at strip clubs. I listen to TikTokers that are strippers, and things that she did in the strip club, they don't do. You're not allowed to do. And I hope men realize this is totally fiction, because what she was doing in the strip club to men was totally, like, yeah, I don't know. It just was just not disgusting, because sexuality is sexuality, but it's just like, it was just porn of what she was doing to the men that came into her clubs. And basically, she's a monster. She is not a succubi, but she is kind of like an origin of that. She sex with her if you come inside of her. No, I'm not kidding. Will suck all of your life force and liquids out of the male, and they will die instantly. But if you have sex with her, but don't come in her, you'll be fine. But her love making is so out of this world. It's just so crazy for men to stop themselves from doing. But anyway, the mystery side of it is that two men raped her, basically, because she has a huge rule that no sexual intercourse. She'll do everything else, and I do mean everything else, but you can't have sex with her because she knows. And the thing about it is, the bodily fluids that come from the man when they ejaculate, that's her food. That's how she gets sustenance. Yeah, every man's like fantasy, right? But anyway, but there's two guys that literally rape her, and because of that, they got their just deserved. They died because they came inside of her. So I appreciate that in the book. But there's a police officer that, in the mystery part of the story, is very, very thin. They don't even dive into it. They really don't care. It's all about the sex and the depravity of it. But anyway, there's a chief of police, and he kind of figures it doesn't take much to figure out that if you have sex with this lady, that she kills you with her lovemaking. But he goes to the strip club several times. Again, I hope that's not a chief of police, like, really. And he gets sexual favors, and he's addicted to her. And then this is when it turns into depravity. He advises that he's going to see if he can make love with her without coming, and if he can, he basically kidnaps this bitch for years, puts her in a room, locks her up, puts her in a cage. She's in there for years. From what I understand, she's in there for at least 8 years. And he shares her with a friend of his, and he's not fazed. He's like, okay, whatever, you're a chief of police, you got a sex slave, that's great. But the other friend's not strong, and he does end up coming inside of her and dying. And she has like this alien, like, it reminds me of It, the clown. When he opens his mouth, he has rows and rows of teeth. Basically the same thing. She has rows and rows of teeth, and she just eats them up. And then she got all of her strength back because he would like only give her a little bit just to retain her looks, but keep her very, very, very energy drained. But after she eats her friend, she's like back to normal and waiting for him. And when he comes to that door, because she knows him like clockwork, he's addicted to her. He's gonna come in there and have sex with her at least 5 times a day. She's waiting, and because she busts off her chains and everything because she has her full strength, and she eats them. And in the beginning of the book, she prides herself that she can get nutrition different ways, but she chooses to use it by bodily fluids that are ejaculated. But her old self, or I guess the beginning of her beings, they eat humans, and she just feels that humanity is so like evil that she's going back to her old ways. Can I tell you the problem with that? If she is a being from the beginning of time, older than Earth, how the hell did he even catch her? How the hell did she even feel like she needed to go to his house to hide from the police? Who cares? She's powerful. It just didn't make sense. This had no pictures or anything, thank God. So there was no redeeming qualities. This is 0 out of 5. 0. I don't think any other person ever gave a book a 0, but I did. 0 out of 5. Hated it. So the next book in line, I already did that one. Check my review. I mean, since it's February, I'm going to get Killing the Black Body by Dorothy Roberts. Happy Black History Month. So let's switch off from disturbing horror, which those two books that I read are not disturbing. They're just gratuitous, just to be gratuitous. I don't know. But that's my next book.